The Angels' impressive rookie starter, Walbert Urania, takes them out tonight, looking to take down another Cy Young Award winner, two-time Cy Young winner at that, Jacob deGrom on the mound for Texas, a man the Angels have dominated through the years. It's gone! Catcher beats pitcher. Travis d'Arnaud off Jacob deGrom, a two-run homer. It's gone! One pitch on a leadoff homer by Zach Neto.
The Anaheim native has just left the yard.
It is another lovely night for baseball here in Southern California, and tonight's game brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino on ABTV. Angel Stadium, the Halos and the Rangers, with the Angels trying to secure their third straight win against their division rival to close this series. With Mark Gubicza, I'm Wayne Randazzo, and Gooby, with the degromination is going to continue here tonight. Starts really on the other side of the mound, too. Walbert Urania facing yet another Cy Young winner.
Wayne, it's unbelievable who he's been locked up his last three starts. I mean, he's thrown the ball exceptionally well when you think about going back to May 1st, but he's Jacob Mizorowski, the Miz. He went out and outdueled him. He's going to win the Cy Young this year in the National League. Alcantara, one of his idols growing up, he's watched him pitch. He's out. He won the Cy Young also in 22, and then you got Jacob deGrom, two-time Cy Young Award winner. So it's going to be a lot of fun for Walbert Urania on the mound. When you look at those numbers since May 1st, an ERA under 2.6. Opponent's batting average 190, but the thing that really jumps out in this all these numbers, slugging percentage against a 271, second best in all of Major League Baseball. That's going back to May 1st. It's been that good. Changeup's been great. I love the fact he's throwing a lot of fastballs over 100 miles an hour, and he's throwing that sweeper, so it should be a lot of fun. These two get locked up.
Walbert Urania against Jacob deGrom, and the Angels have had deGrom's number over the years, especially since he's joined the Rangers. His ERA close to 5 lifetime, but close to 7 as a Ranger.
I mean, 6 home runs allowed, too. That's the thing that's shocking about that as far as what the Halos have done against Jacob deGrom. Even go back to what they've done against him this season alone in 8 earned runs in 8 innings pitched. 6 of those 8 earned runs have been in the first inning. Is not allowed. The Angels are not allowed him to settle down. He's been giving up quite a few home runs with his four-seam fastball. You just got to have that same approach. Don't worry about falling behind. Don't worry about working pitch counts. Be ready to swing early against deGrom. That's your best chance of success. And hitting the ball out of the ballpark is probably the best way to score against him.
And some of that damage done by Zach Neto, who is not in the lineup today. We will have our series finale, Game 4 between the Angels and the Rangers, coming up.
Shakey's feed for
Angels baseball on ABTV, brought to you by Hyundai. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event deals so right, they almost feel wrong. Only at your local SoCal Hyundai dealer. By Jack in the Box, Jack's new Philly-style bonus Jack combo, shaved steak, grilled onions and peppers, and melty cheese, starting at $5.99. And by StubHub, a proud partner of Angels baseball. Walbert Urania walks in with his catcher Moises Ballesteros, catching for the second straight day, by the way, as the Angels beat the Rangers here last night 5-2. Urania leads them onto the field here tonight, looking for a series win, a third straight victory against the Rangers, and overall that would make them 6-1 this year at home against Texas.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive for a team at Texas Rangers that has, the aspirations of winning the AL West. And so far, Urania has thrown the ball really well this season against the Rangers. We know how good he has been all season long, but especially against the Rangers. That might go-tos for him to continue this good stretch. He's faced some great pitching this entire season. He's going to have to be on his game tonight. Had that solid fade on his changeup with 43 punch-outs, over 37% whiff percentage. Effective arm side fastball, though. It's been really good setting up that changeup, running away and running down. 38 overall strikeouts with his fastball this season.
He will face this lineup for the Texas Rangers. Jock Peterson at the top, but playing first base today. Wyatt Langford is in left field. Corey Seager is the one DHing here this evening. with Nimmo, Duran, and then Evan Carter hitting 6th. The bottom of the order, Lopez, Wins, and Foscue. And these guys were taken down by George Clausen last night, who picked up his first major league victory. Really kept himself out of trouble with the base on balls. His stuff looked pretty crisp, and he was celebrating his first big league win last night.
Yeah, that slider was really good last night. And even seeing him today, the smile on his face, he's still in heaven. I know they're in there, the field of dreams in the cornfield, but he's in heaven right here in Anaheim. Defense behind Urania today. It's shortstop position. Spencer Guzman making just his second start of the season there at shortstop. Overall, he played 13 games last season at shortstop, but good to see him out there getting that opportunity to be able to get that start here at shortstop. Grissom, Adam Frazier, Shaunawell, Ballesteros behind the plate again today. Good to see him. I think he's done a real nice job defensively behind the plate for the Halos so far. Siri Trout in the outfield for the Halos, along with Brandon Josh Lowe out in right field.
Well, it does prove that you don't need to be in Dyersville, Iowa to feel heavenly. It could be around the Angels, too.
Yes.
George Clausen, his first big league win yesterday. We saw Ben Joyce pick up his first save of this season, and his first save in quite a while, coming back from shoulder surgery. So all was well yesterday. And now tonight, the first pitch, Jock Peterson takes ball 1. We are underway with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball from Urania.
Not too unsimilar when you think about that first pitch strike. It's been kind of eluding Urania this season, but he's able to bounce back right away that very next pitch.
Yeah, that first pitch strike has certainly been elusive for Urania. He has one of the lowest first pitch strike rates in all of baseball. Fortunately for him, he's been good when he does fall behind, but he's even better when he gets ahead, as Peterson gets turned around there. After 1-0, he's second best in all of baseball. Opponents hitting just 175 against him. But when he's ahead in the count, opponents are only batting 137.
Otherwise, hitters just really don't have a chance.
He's just tough to hit, period.
Yes.
Maybe.
He's avoiding the walk. That's a big thing for him.
That's what Clausen was able to do last night. Now Peterson takes ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on the veteran, a former world champion. Well, not with the Texas Rangers when they won theirs 3 years ago. He was with his hometown team, the San Francisco Giants. Such a big Giants fan, he actually went to their first ever World Series parade in San Francisco, even though he had just signed his first ever professional baseball contract with the Dodgers not too long before.
That probably worked out real well doing that. Go to the parade wearing your Dodger gear.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Peterson. And he chops it foul to keep it 2-2 behind first base coach and recently retired Travis Jankowski.
Got out of the way of that, keeping that fielding percentage still intact.
Jankowski can still move. Surprised Skip Schumacher has not activated him as a pinch runner in some of these games. Maybe in September when it gets real serious. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and it's ball 3 for the Rangers this year. They've been real serious about 500. If they win today, they'll be 500 on the dot for the 21st time this year, the most in the major leagues. 3-2. And a high fly ball to right field, struck pretty well, but Josh Lowe has room shy of the track as Peterson got under it for the first out.
That had some sound off the bat, but the launch angle kept that in the ballpark at 44-degree launch angle.
He hit it too high.
Yes, he did.
And Peterson is out number 1. That's not usually the case against Urania. Ground ball rate is over 54%, second best in the American League, so be burning a lot of worms out there tonight. Here's Wyatt Langford, who is in left field today. Langford had a rare pinch hit appearance yesterday. It was the first of his major league career. You could believe that.
100-mile-an-hour fastball right on the outside corner.
Perfect pitch from Urania to get ahead of Langford. And now it's 0-2 after a perfect sweeper.
Yeah, first one we saw so far with that sweeper. Nasty. And you talked about getting ground balls. The guys didn't have batting practice today, but they did take a lot of ground ball work knowing Urania's on the mound, so it's good to see those guys out early doing that.
And Denzer Guzman getting a start at shortstop today with Zach Neto not in the lineup.
Let's take a look at our StatCast being powered by Google Cloud. The tunneling action here for Urania, and when you think about the sweeper, the sinker, the 4-seamer, and changeup out of the same exact arm slot, that tunneling action on all four. That's why he's so difficult to hit. It doesn't hurt when he's throwing 100 either.
Yeah, that's probably part of it too. I could probably tunnel the same way and get hit a lot harder, I feel like.
I think you got a shot.
No balls and 2 strikes.
Might have a bunch of people raise their hand. Let me grab a bat.
Well, Urania, his changeup averages 92.5. His sinker 99, and his four-seamer 99, and his sweeper 88.5 in his last start. That's part of it. There's a swing and a miss from Langford for strike 3. He tunneled that one at 101 miles an hour.
That had some run to it also. A sinker upstairs with some run. 101. What kind of pitches would you be featuring, Wayne? Just out of curiosity after seeing that 101.
I think I'd be throwing slow, slower, and slowest.
You'd be giving Doug Jones to run for his money with his changeup off the changeup off the changeup.
Probably throw harder than that guy. Corey Seager bounces one foul.
300+ saves.
I know, but he was on the Cubs at the very end of his career, and he couldn't break a pane of glass, and I hated watching him.
Again, I'll go back to Frozen. Let it go.
I know, I should.
Let it go.
I'll get to Mel Rojas next if you want me to. No balls and a strike on Corey Seager, who had a good day yesterday. He pops this one up towards shallow left. Jose Siri tracks it,
look at him,
stalks it, and drops it.
Oh my! He was going to turn in his body to get to that ball and unable to catch it. He's saying that ball drifted away from him there.
Well, we see Jose Siri often take these unusual routes. You know, he has all these style points, and in this instance, just did not catch a ball he would have caught 99 other times.
This is the one right now, if you're Walbert or in, you really have to pick him up. And that's your job as a pitcher. You got to pick up your position players when a play like that is not made, because he's feeling real bad about that. So that's when you get those good points from your teammate, if you could do that.
He'll have to do it against a good hitter. Brandon Nimmo's having a nice season, and especially in the month of August so far. Rangers get a gift, 2-out base runner. Now the extra pitches pile in too, because Urania at times is not efficient. When he faced the Rangers last time, he threw 4 innings because he had 90 pitches pile up on him in those 4 innings, although he did not give up a run and only allowed 1 hit. And now he's behind Nimmo 2-0.
You just got to clear that out right away, and they got to make a good pitch. You mentioned Nimmo. He's been as hot as anybody on this team.
2 balls and no strikes to count. Now ball 3. How difficult is it? We've talked about it before. Just because there's an error made behind you, it's not a license to give up all those runs after. You still have to have the opportunity here to get the next hitter out. But how much does it weigh in your mind?
I mean, your mindset always is, I got to pick up my teammate. That's first and foremost, and you got to be able to do that as quick as possible.
It doesn't happen very quickly with Nimmo. It's a 4-pitch walk.
And I've mentioned this before, Wayne, and we were in the Royals organization. If you started rookie ball up to A ball, AA, AAA, if you had a number of unearned runs on your ledger, you were not moving up to the next level. That means they feel that you weren't helping out your teammate. Although sometimes it's, you know, it's out of your control, that with 2 outs and an errors made and some runs scored, and you're able to get through it. But bottom line is, this is the time when you try your best to pick up your teammate. It's a tough hitter right now at the plate for Texas too. A guy that makes a lot of contact.
It's Duran who bounces it just foul down the first base line. Open down that spot because Shotwell's off the bag, and Duran almost had an extra base hit.
So now you're already talking an extra at least 6 pitches in this inning.
Looked like it was about to be a quick one for Walbert Urania. Peterson flied out. Langford struck out. Seager with a fly ball that dropped out of the glove of Jose Siri. Now 1 ball 1 strike on Duran.
And you always keep in mind who's on the other side on that mound. He's going to be taking the mound in the bottom of the first inning. That's Jacob deGrom. You don't want to give him any runs to work with, especially because he could be that dominant.
1 ball 1 strike to count. That's a little bit low, so it's 2-1 now on Duran. Urania frustrated about that 101 mile-an-hour fastball missing underneath the zone, and perhaps frustrated period after the drop fly ball in left. Duran had a good cut, but now it's 2-2.
101. I wonder if he tries the sweeper here to finish him off.
Time is called. Home plate umpire tonight is the crew chief Marvin Hudson.
The marvelous one.
Marvelous indeed. Rainier held that ball forever and got a bouncer to short. Guzman flips it over as he charges in for the out. About 10 extra pitches, but still a 0 in the first. Conversation here between innings. Adam Eaton, who is the outfield coach along as the first base coach, working with Jose Siri after that fly ball hit him in the palm of his glove.
And he's basically telling Word to be able to put his glove up, even if there's, there's a little bit of movement away from him at, the baseball going in his glove. He's getting get the glove up, because if you tilt it down lower, it does have a chance of falling out of your glove. Now get it up a little bit higher, you can control it. Your wrist is going to be a little bit stronger controlling the baseball.
No runs scored as a result of that play, but some extra pitches thrown by Walber Urania. Now Jacob deGrom goes to work against this Angel lineup, brought to you by Theodore Robbins Ford, with Wade Meckler leading off again as the DH tonight. Trout hitting second in center field, and Shotwell at first base, Grissom at third. It's Ballesteros behind the plate again tonight, while Denzer Guzman gets a start at shortstop. Josh Lowe in right field hitting seventh, and Siri eighth, and Adam Frazier ninth. Frazier has good numbers against Jacob deGrom on the mound for Texas.
2 straight 4-seam fastballs to Meckler, who took him deep last time here.
Meckler has taken out some stars this year. Drew Rasmussen, who's had a great year for the Rays.
Yeah, 24 straight shutout innings before giving up a couple runs in West Sacramento.
The Miz, who is the undoubted favorite for National League Cy Young, and the 2-time Cy Young winner and potential Hall of Fame candidate in deGrom, who will likely surpass a crooked number, at least has a chance to, I should say a nice smooth number, in 2,000 career strikeouts if he ends up with 5 tonight.
The go-tos for the Halos continue the success against Jacob deGrom. It's never easy, but to be successful, you got to power his fastball. 13 home runs, a slugging percentage over .530 on his fastball, but jump on strike, especially in the first inning. He's given up a lot of runs in the first inning, 20 runs in the first inning.
Well, deGrom beats Meckler here, and that's 4 more now to 2,000 for deGrom.
And the defense behind deGrom, he throws strikes. He is a strike thrower. When you look at the outfield here, overall 8 defensive runs saved combined between Langford, Carter, and Nimmo in the outfield. And deGrom is a fly ball pitcher when there's contact made, so those guys can cover some ground, and they do it very effectively.
deGrom 8.18 ERA in the first inning this season. There's Trout going the other way and having the first Angels hit tonight. Trout had a good night at the plate yesterday and starts right back up here in this one.
That was a 4-seam fastball down exactly the spot where Trout wants to be, and he stayed on that one real. That was a short, direct swing for Trout on this fastball, away and down. What a good swing that was for Trout. Doesn't have that step back, just getting direct to the baseball and hit hard. He's been stealing some bags too. He's got 10 double figures.
20 home runs and now 10 stolen bases. He has not been caught stealing yet this year. As Nolan Shotwell looks at ball 1. Only Kyle Freeland of the Rockies has a higher ERA than deGrom in the first inning. He's given up as many runs in the first as the second, third, and fourth combined.
And look at all the home runs he's allowed in the first inning. That's the thing. It's mind-boggling.
Maybe he's gotten a little predictable over the years. At one time, he would almost throw the fastball exclusively the first time through the order. He'd mix in the slider the changeup occasionally, but the first time through he would just be fastball, fastball, fastball.
I mean, it's such a good pitch for him too. That's why he's able to go out there and it's attack the zone with it. Although his fastball spin rate, four-seamer, down just a little bit this season as compared to last year. Although still pretty good. It's down a little bit. That's why you see a lot more home runs this season.
Trout at first, 2 balls and 1 strike on Nolan Shotwell as he takes ball 3. So DeGrom falls behind here. The Angels look to touch him up in the first inning the way that many have so far this year, including the Angels themselves.
Jump on a fastball right here now if you're Shotwell.
DeGrom pulled the string and it's 3-2.
What a great changeup. You're watching 2 pitchers that can utilize their changeup so effectively. That's a 3-1 perfect changeup. If you're a baseball fan, just get a chance to watch this guy on the mound. It is a thing of beauty. He is a tremendous pitcher.
There was nothing like those 2 years when he was the best pitcher in all of baseball, 2018 and 19. Trout is running and it's ball 4. So the Angels with some action early. Single and a walk, and DeGrom in a tight spot here in the bottom of the first. Angels finally broke through last night with runners in scoring position, had a few hits, including Trout himself.
2 of them last night for Trout, and that's been the conversation around it. You know, looking for Trout to be successful with runners in scoring position. 2 hits yesterday doing it.
See if the Angels can keep that going today. Vaughn Grissom at the plate here with Trout at second and Shotwell at first. Grissom's been one of the better Angel hitters this year with men in scoring position as it is.
Oh, I like Trout going there in a 3-2 pitch. You know, you think, okay, you got a strikeout pitcher on the mound, but you also have Nolan Shotwell who makes pretty good contact, so it's worth it, and a good eye, and he didn't chase.
Once the Angels get set up here in the bottom of the first, trying to score early against DeGrom, as many have, and Grissom fouls one off his foot.
Inter Hyundai key for the game today, going LA Guns today. You got to have everyone working at the same point. Never enough. I mean, score some runs early if you can against Jacob DeGrom, but you got to keep adding on. There's never enough runs. You're facing a future Hall of Famer potentially, like this guy on the mound, at Jacob DeGrom.
And DeGrom would really be an instance for him of, and has he logged enough innings to qualify for the Baseball Hall of Fame?
I keep thinking about it, Wayne. Every time I think, maybe not enough innings and wins, then you watch him pitch and the resume and the other numbers kind of lean that way.
He does get 2,000 strikeouts tonight. He'll be the 2nd fastest in Major League history by innings pitched and by games pitched. And there's one more to get him close to that mark as he strikes out Grissom. 1,997 for DeGrom as he'll face Ballesteros.
That a 94-mile-an-hour slider. That almost looks like a splitter the way it drops straight down.
The only pitcher who got to 2,000 strikeouts in fewer innings, Chris Sale, and the only one in fewer games, Randy Johnson. Certainly no doubt about Johnson's Hall of Fame resume. Probably none about Sale's. A swing and a miss by Moises Ballesteros. DeGrom and Sale both from Florida. There's that famous video of DeGrom hitting a home run off Sale when they played a collegiate game against one another. Jake was an infielder back then. A late transition to being a pitcher, but I'd say it's worked out.
Yes.
0-2 on Ballesteros.
That's why you look up. He's been always difficult to steal bases against. He's athletic on the mound. He's got a quick move, good footwork. He's allowed 4 stolen bases, 4 caught this year. He's quick.
38 years old now, DeGrom, but again, not with that many miles on the arm. No balls, 2 strikes on Moises Ballesteros. And there's a curveball, a rarity from DeGrom, missing for ball 1. Ballesteros hoping some balls will fall in. He's had a hard time getting hits as an Angel, although it hasn't been for lack of trying.
And good hard contact, too.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The expected numbers offensively for Ballesteros show that She should be having a lot more success as an Angel than he currently has had.
He goes slider or change up here after that four-seamer upstairs, a curveball, pitch before.
21st pitch of the inning. And it's a bouncing ball that Peterson gets to. DeGrom goes to cover in the flip for the out.
Angels in a great position to take the series here tonight against the Rangers because this happened last night. That's George Clausen, 24-year-old rookie right-hander, making his 4th career big league start last night. He picked up his 1st career big league win, going 6 innings of 2-run baseball. I spoke with him earlier today because he ran into a little bit of trouble in the 2nd inning. We hit Nicky Lopez with 2 outs to load the bases, and then Jock Peterson walked for the first run of the game. And I said, what did you do to be able to reset and get out of that inning? He's like, basically, I just slowed the game down. That's what I learned my first 3 starts this season was slow the game down. You got to come back on the next pitch to get out of the inning. And then the 5th inning, I asked him, guys, what did he say to Kurt Suzuki to say, can I get back there in the 6th? He's like, you know what? There was no conversation. What I did is I just put my hat down and I walked to the far end of the dugout. I didn't want to have anything to do with him. I wanted to make sure I went out there in the 6th. And finally, he gave a lot of credit to Moises Ballesteros, who's behind the plate here tonight. He said he kept him calm. You're on the same page. And he gives him a lot of credit for the success he had last night.
Well, and that's the big thing for George Clausen. I think Frenchie is just slowing the game down. There's no doubting the stuff he has. His slider is so sharp and electric. And he's a mid-upper 90s guy.
Here's Carter with a fly ball toward the right field corner. Long run, Josh Lowe near the fence. He leaps and makes the grab right in front of the wall in right field. Probably wouldn't have gotten out, but a good play by Josh Lowe up against the fence and right.
Little smile on Josh Lowe. He said, there's been so many of those home run robberies. I'm going to get as close as I can to robbing one, but I got it before the wall. Would have been close, though. That short wall's right there. But nice play. He'll take that out.
Certainly will. Long fly out off the bat of Carter. 1 out here in the 2nd. Nicky Lopez stands in. He takes strike 1 from Urania. One thing about Ballesteros, and we heard from Ken French there about Clausen making sure to give Ballesteros a lot of credit for his work yesterday behind the plate. And from what we've seen, it seems like Ballesteros has done a nice job. We know he's working hard, and at least the numbers here early on, as far as his catching stats go with the Angels, show that he's been about a league average catcher.
Yeah. I mean, his challenges have been real good. ABS, and I don't know. I just watch him to be able to receive the baseball, and it feels like it's quiet. What I mean, if you're watching at home, I mean, there's a lot of movement. Just get that glove out there and just receive the baseball and keep it there, and just be as quiet as possible. You're not giving the hitter any idea which side of the plate you're setting up on.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Lopez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Just a blaze of a fastball from Urania. His 2nd strikeout.
Well, you look at his 99-mile-an-hour 4-seam fastball. Just the setup right there, the hands so quiet and so soft. That's the way he receives the baseball. That's a great view. Telling you, I'm believing in Ballesteros has a chance of being a real solid defensive catcher. I think he's going to hit a lot, and he's hit the ball hard. There's no luck yet, that part of it, but he hasn't carried it over on the defensive side.
Austin Wynns takes ball 1. Yeah, it's really just been unlucky at the plate, but behind the plate, that's where all the questions were when it came to Ballesteros. Could he be an effective major league catcher? And I think so far we've seen that he can be. And this is now a 2nd straight game in which he is catching. So if he can take this position over, well, that would solve some of the riddle for John Mozeliak and the Angels brass as they try to build this team into contention. Not that they would expect him to be an everyday catcher necessarily, although if he does become one, that'd be even better. But at least to be
90, 100 games if he catch, that'd be perfect.
Exactly. So it's 2 balls and a strike on Austin Wynns doing the catching for the Rangers tonight. Urania with 2 strikeouts. The first one against Wyatt Langford. As Wynns hits the bouncer to short, Guzman kicks it. So for the 2nd straight inning with 2 outs, the Angels make an error behind Urania. And it's Guzman, who we've seen play very well at 3rd base, moving over to his natural position at shortstop today and making an error there.
Sometimes on this one too, I think he had a little more time than he anticipated. He could have got in front of that baseball. He's trying to go on the backhand, but that's right in the middle of his body.
And his arm's strong enough. He could be quick on the transfer.
So more extra pitches for Urania. 9 of them in the first inning after a 2-out error. Already 1 here to Justin Foscue, the number 9 batter for the Rangers.
So often you see infielders go on the backhand, but that's one of those plays right there for Denzer Guzman. He could be right in front and just be quickly on the transfer, get him out at first base.
No balls and a strike on Foscue. That strikeout Urania had on Langford in the first inning, his second fastest strikeout pitch of the year, at 100.9 miles an hour. Only one faster was when he struck out Lars Nootbaar. Remember that first start right after the All-Star break against the Cardinals. He was throwing everything over 100 miles an hour. As Foscue launches one to left field, but he just missed this one. Jose Siri is there, and he squeezes, and he's happy. We all are.
He's entertaining.
The diamond and the gridiron collide Sunday, August 30th at Angels football jersey. But one of the first 25,000 fans to take home your very own Joe Adell Angels football jersey, courtesy of San Diego County Credit Union. Angels.com/promotions. Denzer Guzman leads off and looks to strike 1 from Jacob DeGrom.
That had some ride to it there at 97.
Got good stuff, this guy on the mound for the Rangers,
yes,
from what I understand.
This is a good matchup here tonight.
1 ball, 1 strike. How about Urania? We talked about it in the open. But Mizorowski, Alcantara, and now DeGrom. That's 3 straight starts.
And by the way, he's 22 years old. First year in the show.
That ball smacked toward right center. Nimmo is over, and he'll play it on a bounce. Base hit. So Denzer Guzman with a good swing there. We've seen him start going to right field a little bit more lately, as Guzman gets the 2nd hit so far off DeGrom. Well, the Hall of Fame considerations for DeGrom will be interesting. Total WAR behind the average Hall of Famer. The peak, not quite with the average Hall of Famer. It's a different world, though, than what those average Hall of Famers went through. Well, what is an average Hall of Famer? One of the best pitchers of all time. That's what that is. As Josh Lowe squares to bunt and bunts foul, even though Wins try to knock it back into fair ground.
Yeah, I mean, I keep looking. I mean, Tim Lincecum is another guy comparable, though. When you look at DeGrom, his stuff is, and overall numbers are better, even though they both have 2 Cy Youngs. The more I look at him, the more I look and see the way he can dominate. It would not bother me at all if he was a Hall of Famer at the end. Watching him as a fan, I say he's a Hall of Famer.
It's going to be one of the more interesting dynamics of a Hall of Fame consideration, how starting pitchers are viewed as time goes on here. You're still kind of amongst the era as Josh Lowe hits one over first and a base hit. So the Angels tagging DeGrom here in the 2nd inning. Guzman with a base hit. Lowe heads for 2nd. He has a double, and it's 2nd and 3rd, nobody out.
I mean, sometimes when you watch Josh Lowe, you forget how athletic he is. As big as he is, he can fly. That was a changeup that stayed upstairs. He hooks it, didn't hit it hard, but it was upstairs. He just shortened it and made good contact on it. And he's thinking right away, look at those strides he has. Sticking double. Head first slide, 6 double the season, just like that, 2 runners in scoring position.
That brings up Jose Siri. Has an error in this ball game, and I don't know harm done in terms of a run scored, but still some extra pitches Urania had to throw, so perhaps some atonement on the mind of Siri here as he swings and misses on that first pitch.
And this is one of those spots now for Siri. A ground ball to short or even 2nd will get the run home. So you got to think ground ball or some kind of contact.
No contact there, and it's 0-2. 2 sliders from DeGrom, and I would expect a 3rd.
I'd be shocked if he tried to throw a fastball here. He's got to throw another slider. Wins is set up in the dugout almost.
It was off the plate. And Siri laid off. That was not a very tantalizing slider.
No, especially when you see how far the catcher is set up. I think with DeGrom on the mound, I don't think you have to set that far up. He knows exactly what he's doing, but as a hitter, you could see that.
Wins his way out there again. And Siri this time chases it for strike 3. So DeGrom didn't come near the strike zone after getting the first 2 strikes. And Jose Siri helped him out for the first out.
I mean, he threw it exactly where he was.
You hardly see catchers set up like that anymore.
I have a lot of trust if I'm the Rangers that DeGrom's not going to throw an 0-2 pitch in middle part of the plate.
Now you have a guy with a lot of contact skills at the plate, Adam Frazier, and good numbers against DeGrom.
Now the infield in now. That's why this contact made, that gets a run home. Now contact made is not necessarily the case here now.
Frazier 5 for 12 lifetime against DeGrom with a few runs batted in. He'll have to try to hit it over the drawn in infield here as he flails at that changeup. So DeGrom has come back to strike out Siri and get ahead of Frazier.
He hasn't thrown a strike yet in any of these pitches here too, but he's getting chases out of the zone.
Second and third now with one out. The Angels try to take advantage of a couple of hits to start this inning. High fastball, and you think that's just to set up that changeup a third time.
It's either a changeup or a slider. Just when you watch him, there's never any panic in him out there on the mound.
That's not part of him in any way, shape, or form. Can't think of a guy I've ever met in my life that has a cooler temperature than Jacob DeGrom.
Doesn't hurt having his stuff out there too, as hard as he throws in the other secondary pitches. Makes you feel comfortable.
1 ball 2 strikes on Adam Frazier. It's 2-2. DeGrom came up with the Mets in 2014. He was not terribly heralded as a prospect, but then he was the Rookie of the Year by the end of that season. And going into 2015 was matched up with Matt Harvey and Noah Syndergaard, Zach Wheeler, and Steven Matz as the Mets rotation of the future. 2-2. Bouncer foul that Adam Eaton plays.
That's working on that fielding percentage.
And of all those guys, really, the Wheelers probably had the best career. Although DeGrom, when healthy, is probably the better pitcher of all of them. Syndergaard never really reached his potential. Harvey neither, and Steven Matz has had a good career, but not a great one. 2-2. And a foul at home plate.
By the way, another beautiful sky here tonight too. Picturesque.
That time of year with summer skies and baseball. And well, the game in Iowa is over. I'm sure they had a pretty sky there in the backdrop of Dyersville, Iowa, the Field of Dreams game, which the Phillies won 7-1. A couple of Schwar bombs into the corn. 2 balls 2 strikes on Frazier. DeGrom frustrated that he hasn't been able to put him away.
This we never see any emotions like that. He was real upset about that fastball. He thought it was the right pitch. He just didn't make it close enough to get Frazier to go after. Good at bat so far for Adam Frazier, just trying to make some contact.
3-2 the count, infield in. And a liner to left, a base hit. Guzman scores. Lowe got a great jump off second. He's trying to score, but he is out as he cannot get around the tag of Wins. Langford guns him down, and that's the first out here with the Angels up 1-0.
Mention how good those outfielders are for the Rangers, and a good throwing arm for Langford. What a great at bat too. Just punching in the left. I mean, Langford got to that baseball as Josh Lowe just touched third base.
Well, Langford was very shallow. Hey, Lowe had a great jump off second, but then he almost turned into the Angel dugout because he was so close to third. He didn't quite turn the bag. Angels settle for 1 on that base hit with Lowe thrown out at the plate for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs and Frazier at first. Another hit off DeGrom for Frazier. He's 6 for 13 now against him.
That was just a great at bat.
2-0 on Meckler.
Especially with Meckler coming up, you want to feel real good about that send home, but I guess bottom line is when you got DeGrom on the mound, you always got to take a shot and make the outfielder make a perfect throw, and that's what it was from Langford.
I'm sure Keith Johnson saw Lowe get to third so quickly and felt like he had to reward him for that great jump off of second base. Didn't help with that wide turn, but also Langford was very shallow.
Exactly. You're going to play shallow in left field against Adam Frazier when he's hitting that ball. He's a contact machine. It's a good at bat though this inning for the Halos, scoring a run without hitting a home run against the Grom.
4 hits overall. 5 of the first 9 have reached safely, and now Meckler with a count 3 balls and 1 strike.
That was a borderline pitch. Probably if you challenge, he would have won. You don't want to challenge that one there. You want to swing the bat.
Feels like in the second half, as teams have started to learn how to leverage their challenges, that the umpire zones are getting a little bit more just on working the edges and those corners a little bit differently.
I was watching the Detroit game against Cleveland today. There was a chance to challenge it. He didn't. And the next pitch, home run.
There's a line drive towards center. That's a base hit. Heading for third base, Frazier. Carter's throw is too late. And Meckler has the Angels' 4th hit of the inning.
Boy, the Mac continues to swing with the bat well against the Grom. It was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Another hit against that 4-seam fastball.
He has really quickly become a fan favorite.
Yes. I mean, he ran directly into the wall last night. I mean, directly into the wall.
It's not his first time doing that, or even his second.
And the Halos have really done well against the 4-seam fastball against the Grom over the last couple of seasons. A .444 batting average, is slugging percentage, and that is legit. It's 1,222, including a couple home runs, 3 extra base hits versus the 4-seam fastball. I mentioned overall the spin rate down somewhat on the 4-seamer for DeGrom this year, and you're seeing some pretty good swings against it tonight.
Here is Trout, who had those hits last night with men in scoring position, trying to improve those numbers as he goes along. Facing a guy that, while he has not homered against in a regular season game, he has homered against in an All-Star game. 2018 All-Star game, Mike Trout took DeGrom deep. That was at Nationals Park. And it's a strike.
That was off the plate.
There it is.
That was a pretty good pitch too, by the way. Where that was, and look how strong and how quick and directed as baseball at Trout. Huh, that's incredible, that swing.
Fouls this one off, 1-2. Trout now 3 for 7 in regular season play against DeGrom. Plus that home run in an all-star setting. Well, Trout was not the MVP that night. Took Zach Greinke deep for the one he did win the MVP.
I remember that one.
Or one of the 2 at least. Check swing foul.
Well, you like to get another run or 2 across here when you think about it. You got 4 hits total. You got a single, double, single, and another single. You got 1 run so far, and you have Trout at the plate. You love to get a few more here. Our key to the game, never enough. You got to keep scoring against DeGrom when you got that chance.
1-0 lead, 2 out, 2 on here. And Trout lines one toward right. He has another hit. Over to third base goes Meckler as Frazier comes in. Mike Trout for the 2nd straight day driving in runs with men in scoring position.
Well, that's great to see that when Wayne. I mean, people keep saying, when are you going to see Mike Trout be that consistent guy getting base hits with runners in scoring position? Well, back-to-back games. That's 3 hits with runners in scoring position over the last couple of games for Trout.
He has 45 RBIs now in the year. DeGrom's given up 5 hits in an inning for the first time in 9 years. Surprised he ever has.
That is shocking.
Angels lead 2-0. Here is Shotwell. Swing and a miss on a curveball.
And you'll go back to this inning. Remember that one high fastball he threw to Frazier where he wasn't happy with that delivery. Ever since that, though, we're talking 3 straight hits.
Almost hit Shonowell. Trout now batting over 200 with runners in scoring position. He was only at 176 going into yesterday's game, so he's quickly pushed that up over 200, 202. Should be noted, though, that his on-base percentage with runners in scoring position is close to 500 this year. He walks a lot in those spots. You know, teams are pitching around him, too, in this lineup. Shonowell with a fly ball to left center. And this should end the inning. But 5 hits, 2 runs, and even a man thrown out at home. As the Angels take the lead on Jacob deGrom, they've deGrominated him again. Third inning as the Angels have a 2-0 lead. 5 hits in the bottom, second off Jacob deGrom, including Mike Trout with an RBI single. Trout now 4 for 8 against deGrom. Frazier drove in a run. He's 6 for 13, and deGrom continues to have all these troubles against the Angels.
And it hasn't been the long ball today. It's been the base hit.
I mean, it's really incredible to see deGrom's ERA climbing above 5. In his career against the Angels. In the last couple of seasons, it's been now over 7.
This is why this shutdown inning is so huge for Urania and the Angels.
Jock Peterson shows bunt and takes ball 3 for Walbert Urania. Another scoreless first inning today. He's only allowed 2 earned runs in the first inning over his 20 starts in the major leagues. Really, the first 4 innings he's proven tough to get to. There's a strike, and it's 3-1. Urania in his last 10 starts in innings 1 through 4 has an ERA of 1.41.
That's after that tough one down in Miami the other day. Other than that, it's been ridiculous.
That's a strike. Popped out of the mid 3-2.
Oh, what a good changeup there. That's when you got to have a real good feel for your changeup. A 3-1 changeup. These numbers, when you look at the guys just slightly ahead of him, it's amazing what he has done for a 22-year-old.
Inside out swing. Nice pick by Grissom. And the throw is there to retire Peterson.
Ball hit well. It's our All-State good hands replay. Not some serious good hands for Von Grissom on the backhand, playing the shortstop position. Off the left-handed bat, that's not an easy play. You know you're going pretty good when you have back-to-back batters trying to bunt on you. You know your stuff's good.
Wyatt Langford struck out in his first at bat today. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Langford was the one who threw out Josh Lowe at the plate in the bottom of the second. Angels got 2. Could have had even more had Lowe been able to get through.
You go back to the pitch by pitch. Last time Langford was up. A real good job here by Urania. First one, sinker, had some run to it right on the outside corner. Sweeper was nasty. Sinker back upstairs. Little sinker away, and then runs that sinker up and in at 101. So sinker running down and running in. Oh, bullpen action. I don't know how comfortable deGrom was after that. I still go back to that one pitch he threw to Adam Frazier high and out of the strike zone.
Yeah, that was my thought. More than he was frustrated by the pitch itself, it seemed like he didn't feel right.
Yeah, you talked about it. You've seen him a long time. Not a lot of emotion generally with him, but there was definitely some discomfort.
There's a bouncing ball, softly hit, and finally with 2 outs, the Angels make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Walbert Urania 1-2-3 in the 3rd. figured with Jacob deGrom starting tonight. A rocky second inning, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits as deGrom heads inside. This was that pitch to Adam Frazier after deGrom spun around. Clearly frustrated and in what seemed to be just overall discomfort. And I'm sure that's part of the reason why he has left the game here after only 2 innings with Peyton Gray, the new pitcher for Texas.
Yeah, you know he wants to go out there and compete. He competes with the best of them. And you can see this one on that follow through.
This couldn't come at a worse time for the Rangers after losing Nathan Eovaldi earlier in the week. They did get Jordan Montgomery back recently, although they stuck him in the bullpen. Montgomery pitched 4 innings of relief in his first appearance since returning from Tommy John surgery. As Grissom hits a ground ball to third base, it's bobbled. Durant picks it up, heaves it, and throws it away. It bounces back, keeping Grissom at first, but we've seen some defensive miscues tonight. And here's one from the Rangers.
When he stays down, he's played so many different positions, usually all of them really well, but then that throw way away from Jock Peterson over at first base. He had time, did everything you're supposed to, unable to control, but then it was the throw. A wide throw over at first base. You'll take it if you're the Halos, just trying to add on.
Leadoff man is on here against Gray. This will be an interesting one now for Skip Schumacher, considering that he might not have Montgomery. Montgomery threw 79 pitches 4 days ago. So probably not ready to bounce back just yet after really logging a starter's worth of pitches. Here's a fly ball to left field from Ballesteros. Langford backs up to get there. 1 out as Grissom goes back to first.
There's that changeup from Gray, a good changeup he has, especially against left-handed batters. And another, not a bad swing again for Ballesteros. Just a little bit higher than he wanted to, but still he's starting to hit the ball in the air. That's what you want to see from him.
Jack Leiter made a rehab start for the Rangers today. He's at AAA, so that's a good thing for them, but he only threw 3 innings in that game, so he's not quite ready yet.
Still amazing the success the Halos have had against deGrom, and again tonight.
They've knocked him around for sure, and deGrom ends up not reaching 2,000 strikeouts in his career today, having only gone 2 innings. He had 3 strikeouts and leaves 2 away from that milestone. It's only the 3rd start of his career going 2 innings or fewer. Both in the past had been in Philadelphia. One I remember at May 13th, 2018. He threw 45 pitches in the 1st inning and ended up, I think he walked the bases loaded, and then he struck everybody out and got out of it. So he gave up no runs in 1 inning, but left the game. It was after he threw 45
pitches would tax you a little bit.
That was a weird game. Swing and a miss with the runner going, and Grissom, that he got confused between first and second, but ends up stealing the base.
His first, well, that's his first stolen base of the season. Maybe that's why he hasn't done that or even tried one. He goes, oh, this is what you do.
Imagine showing your family your first stolen base as an Angel. And that's it.
I think he heard the sound of the mitt, I'm guessing, on that one.
Like a cat burglar.
Well, he is the wedding crasher. He was crashing a wedding right there, Vince Vaughn Grissom.
You should be a little less subtle. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Guzman, and a yank to the left field corner. This is deep down the line, and it is a foul ball.
Good swing, though. I think he's going to keep that on his highlight reel there, that stolen base first of the year.
Like Mission Impossible, and he's trying to not trap any wires.
Speaking of wires, this is right down to hit a net in a wire.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Guzman. Grissom in scoring position. That's off the plate from Peyton Gray.
Seen a lot already in this game.
You never know what you're going to see at a Major League Baseball game. It is always entertaining, though, that's for sure.
We'll get a changeup right here.
Swing and a miss.
Yes.
The fastball from Gray. 2 outs. Well, Jacob deGrom once again can't handle the Halos. 7.11 is ERA against the Angels over the last 2 seasons. Well, sometimes you just don't have the right stuff against a certain opponent. And for Jacob deGrom, that's been the Angels. Josh Lowe fouls one back.
Every really good pitcher always has that one team he struggles against, and it's hard to explain. But there is a team that's always out there that you struggled against.
The ball's in a strike on Josh Lowe, doubled off deGrom, but then was thrown out at home trying to score, and a base hit by Frazier.
It's a big run out there, that add-on run.
Only one other game in progress. The Brewers have just taken a 1-0 lead on Hiroki Sasaki. The Dodgers, Milwaukee, 1 game better than LA.
Yeah, the Brewers had a tough time down in San Diego, or Slam Diego, I should say.
Yeah, they did. Braves and Dodgers are tied for the 2nd best record in the National League. Brewers 1 game on both of them, entering that 4-game series at the Ravine. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Josh Lowe. Cubs lost today in Washington 7-0. Cubs are 3.5 behind the Brewers.
And they were being no-hit for a while.
They were. Cade Cavalli, who's having a nice year for Washington. He's been their best pitcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lowe. Swing and a foul tip for strike 3. Our Kia player profile as we begin the 4th inning with Walter Arena and his incredible velocity uptick as the season has gone along. How does this happen?
I mean, he had that little bit of a break at the All-Star. He got a few extra days, but still, I mean, you're talking about more pitches, more innings than you've had, especially at this level. And the stress, we just talk about the 3 guys he's been locked up against the last 3 starts.
That's a good point about Ureña's development last season, though. That's allowed him to get stronger as this year goes along. He threw 165 innings in the minor leagues last year. You typically don't see pitchers have that kind of workload in the minor leagues when they are developing or considered a prospect. And maybe Ureña's prospect status or whatever was under the radar a bit, but he threw a lot of innings last season, and it seems like that has helped him carry into this year, give the Angels a full season as a starter.
You can see how strong he is. Remember at the beginning of the year last year was an A-ball. He was walking a lot of batters. He wasn't as consistent. He goes up to AAA, and all of a sudden he became more aggressive, threw a lot more strikes and a lot more innings.
I often see pitchers in the minor leagues get babied, not pushed. 80 innings, 90 innings. Then you're in a pennant race. You go into a season. Now you need this guy to throw 150 innings. And then he's injured, needs Tommy John surgery the next year.
Wayne, what you learn to do with the more innings, you learn how to get outs when you don't necessarily feel 100%. And you're never really going to feel 100% after you throw that first pitch in spring training. But as you go along, you learn how to make pitches.
Brandon
like that.
Oh, just a, excuse me, swing, hit the bag.
Wow.
Shotwell with the bare hand, steps on first for the out.
That deserves a wow from Shauna. Wow.
Incredible concentration.
The wizard using the bare hand and the out.
The ball did not have a lot of speed to it, so as it kicked up, Shotwell was able to just snatch it out of the air with the bare hand.
Adam Frazier had a base hit off the bag last night.
Oh, we saw that in Miami too. Here's Duran bunting one foul off Ballesteros.
That's a 3rd different batter trying to bunt on Ureña. And usually that means when you're on the mound, when you have 3 different guys bunting against you, you feel like, oh, okay, yeah, my stuff is pretty good. Now I understand why you're trying to push it, you're trying to press the issue, you need base runners. But it's 3 different guys trying to bunt against you. It tells you how good his stuff is. Ooh. Trying to walk that one off. That's where you have just that bend in the shin guards where you still keep that leg in the area still susceptible to a foul ball, especially when you're down in that position. catching position with that one leg down.
And now Duran's going to hop around.
That's a moving fastball. Is that the Texas two-step?
I'm telling you, like a game of hot foot being played.
Both ice stairs and Duran are going, ow, ow.
Duran said, first you, now me. That one avoided anybody's foot.
But that's a changeup on the inner half, but it could end up being another foul ball off the foot.
It was close. The ball's 2 strikes on Ezekiel Duran. Grounded out to short his first time. Evan Carter stands in next.
I did like the sweeper there. Just overthrew that one. I wouldn't even mind him going right back to that sweeper again.
Soft bouncer. It's Vaughn Grissom cutting in front. A strong throw to retire Duran. 2 up, 2 down. Angels are teaming up with the world of anime night at Angel Stadium Monday, August 24th. Purchase the special anime night ticket package and get an exclusive Naruto Angels jersey giveaway. Angels.com/Naruto. Get your tickets. Channel your inner chakra.
I know you're super pumped up for that one.
Just for the channeling of the inner chakra. Start there and then we'll see what happens. only go up from there.
Agreed.
No balls and a strike on Evan Carter. Fly to right field his first time. Lines this one toward right center, and that's the first hit for the Texas Rangers. They've had some action on the bases thanks to a couple of errors, and that's their first actual hit.
Every time you see Lorena take the mound, you always think this could be that night. This depends on how many pitches he can get to a certain point.
A couple of 2-out errors behind Urania in the first 2 innings. Seager hit a ball to left field that Siri dropped, and then Austin Wynns had a routine grounder to short that Guzman booted. There's been a walk mixed in there as well, and now an actual base hit from Carter as Nicky Lopez takes ball 1. Once again, in terms of the first 4 innings, Urania has been tough to square up. 2 balls, no strikes on Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez to chase it. One of those sinkers off the plate last time up. He's got to get to that 2-strike count. See if we get him a chase. He's been patient so far the first 2. That's a good sinker there. That arm side sinker has been so good. Early in the season, remember, his sinker was still firm, but he got a lot more of the plate with it. It's been a lot better of late. He's doing a lot more of them, too.
Big bright spot for the Angels this year has been the emergence of this pitcher. As Lopez fouls one back. Ever since the Angels made the change at the pitching coach position a couple of days ago, we've seen a couple of well-pitched games. The Angels winning 3-2 on Tuesday and 5-2 yesterday. Urania's been in command so far tonight with a 2-0 lead.
Amazing. Every time you look down in the dugout, the pitchers are always sitting next to each other. All those starters there. And you have Travis d'Arnaud is providing some entertainment for him.
They are the entire rotation.
Yes.
Sans Urania with Travis d'Arnaud. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lopez.
It's a good idea just to show him paying attention to him. He's got 14 stolen bases, only been caught twice.
Carter, a tremendous athlete, good speed at first. He's running as Lopez taps it toward Grissom. Tough play. Grissom fires. Lopez is safe. Now a throw to third base is cut off as Carter advances all the way.
I take a look at that one over there first.
Shonowell pointing into the dugout. We'll see if the Angels do take a look. Looks like they will not. Infield hit for Nicky Lopez.
Got to be always, somebody's always got to be at a base. Always has to be at a base.
There's the close look at first, and Lopez does
just barely got in.
So here's Austin Wins. Reached on an error by Guzman his first time. He takes ball one. Who should have been at third base there?
Guzman. Just because, I mean, it was a play right there. You know, you're trying to slow roll like that, but right away you just go over that position to be able to cover it. You can't go down there as a catcher. As a pitcher, you can't either go over there. At that point, eventually you work your way over there as backup there as a pitcher.
Strike one to Austin Wins. Third base left exposed as Carter went from first to third on that.
That was real good base running by Carter, going and then he didn't stop.
Rangers bidding for a run here as the Angels lead by 2. It's 2 balls and a strike on Austin Wins. Wins has not hit a lot this year, batting just .132. There is Jordan Montgomery. He threw 79 pitches in his first appearance of the year on Sunday. I would imagine Skip Schumacher would want him to pitch as many innings as he can here today, especially if there's another spot open in the rotation if DeGrom has something wrong with him.
I'd be surprised if Nicky Lopez is not going here himself.
Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rangers had some trouble getting out of the innings here today. It's 3-2 as Lopez does take second base. Most of the Ranger base runners, in fact all of the Ranger base runners today, have come with 2 outs. Ring has gone 2 up 2 down in each inning.
Pitch count getting a little bit higher now for Urania, and the bullpen has been used quite a bit over the last couple of games too.
3-2 the count. And that's off the plate. Ballesteros wants to challenge. We'll take a look. It looks like it could be strike 3. Angels challenge powered by T-Mobile. It's close.
It's real close. And good. Ballesteros.
Angels baseball on ABTV, brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino. By Villa Ford of Orange, step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange. And by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card, an unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Angels with a couple of runs in the bottom of the second. Adam Frazier and Mike Trout with RBIs against Jacob deGrom, but he left the game after 2 innings. Peyton Gray pitched a scoreless third. Now we see Jordan Montgomery in just his second game back from Tommy John surgery.
He's always had that big time curveball.
Montgomery was with the Rangers when they won the World Series in 2023. Then he got a big contract with the Diamondbacks. He was only the third pitcher to start a World Series game for the team that won the World Series and then end up on the losing team the next year. Don Gullett went from the Reds to the Yankees in 1977, and John Lackey went from the Red Sox to the Cardinals in 2014. Swing and a miss by Siri, who's out on 3 pitches.
He's got some good snap to his curveball. 75-mile-an-hour pitch. So his fastball is about 89. He can get up to 92, 93 range, but his curveball is his go-to. That's also has a changeup.
He had a really good year in 23, and he pitched well for the Rangers in the postseason. And he was not good at all for Arizona 2 years ago, and then needed Tommy John surgery, which knocked him out for all of last season and most of this year. He just came back over the weekend.
What an at-bat that was for Adam Frazier back in the second inning against DeGrom. That was a long at-bat, fought off some tough pitches, solid swing to left field.
Imagine in certain situations the guys you really don't want to see at the plate are all the big names that you could think of. Then in those little situations where you need a strikeout or there's a guy in scoring position in a close game, this guy would be on the top of some lists.
Yes.
As far as guys you just don't want to face. He's going to put the ball in play when you need a strikeout. 2 balls 2 strikes on Frazier. That no-hit bit JT Ginn had earlier this year. No-hitter through 8 innings, and here's Frazier starting the 9th.
On an 0-2 pitch to boot.
Punched a base hit, and then Zach
So
Neto.
it was a left hook by Frazier.
And then Neto with the haymaker to end it. Just like that. It's over in a flash. No hitter gone, shutout gone, the lead gone, the game gone.
Yeah, the loss too. That's not a good night at the end. That's one of those sleepless nights.
I would imagine so. One of the more memorable moments for the Angels this year that Frazier started. Lifts a fly ball here to left center. This is Evan Carter ranging for it. 2 outs. It'll be Meckler after a ride with Hyundai.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks, gonna run. Okay, bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Meckler with a base hit in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 1st. Still has that average over 300, trying to be the first Angels rookie to hit over 300 in a season since Mike Trout.
His idol. Tell you what, fans love him already, just the way he plays. And deservedly so. The way he runs down to first base, that elite speed he has when he puts the ball in play. He's got some sneaky power. Fearless out in the outfield.
John Mozeliak the other day talked about creating an identity offensively. The Angels haven't quite done that yet since he took over as interim GM. And they made the decision to change the pitching coaches and start to develop some of that identity on the pitching side. He said it's kind of TBD how it looks on the hitting side. But you kind of figure this is a player that can fit into whatever identity you're searching for. The Cardinals, all through Mozeliak's years there, they always had guys like this.
Yeah. Well, you can always pencil in a few of those guys that just played hard. Here's Mo.
Looked like a strike. It's dropped and not challenged. I guess it was just off the plate. So ball 3.
See another solid at bat.
Full count. Meckler trying to get on base yet again. And hits it hard. A bit of a hop on Lopez, but he stayed with it and retires the side. Friday, August 28th. Zach Neto bobblehead night here on your Halos against the Phillies. Be one of the first 25,000 fans to receive a Zach Neto bobblehead seated next to his locker, courtesy of Circle K, angels.com/promotions.
That is a tremendous bobblehead. It's going to be everyone. Fans are going to love that one. See, already fans love it.
Fans loving how the Angels have played here over these last few days against the Rangers. Some close games, well-pitched games, and Walbert Urania falling right into that so far tonight. As Foscue goes after the first pitch here and hits a fly ball to fairly deep left field. Jose Siri sizes it up and pulls it down. 1 out.
Yeah.
Siri dropped one earlier, but he's hung on to all the others.
He'll take that quick out. This one cost a few extra pitches. Showing exactly where to bring that glove closer to the body to be able to control it. Just like that, he did. 2 hands.
You don't see major league outfielders go 2 hands very often, but you have the one fall out of your glove early in the game. You go 2 hands the rest of the night, I guess. There's a Siri, ever entertaining.
Oh yes.
His season with the Angels. Jock Peterson with a count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Peterson 0 for 2. He's flied out and grounded out. 22 homers now. He leads the Rangers in that category. A really down year last year, but he's bounced back this season.
Hey, he's got a quick bat going this year, though. Watching the games against the Halos, I mean, that's a changeup down. He was still quick on that.
Been around a while now after coming up in the Dodgers organization.
I think you want to keep everything away against him.
Swing and a miss. That was away, and it's strike 3.
That had some run to it.
Strikeout number 5 for Walbert Urania.
See how much this runs. Start in the middle of the plate. It's about 4 baseballs off the corner.
And for the 5th consecutive inning to start this game, he's 2 up, 2 down. Langford fouls one off himself. No balls and a strike. 3rd time through the order. Really has not been a penalty for Urania as he goes deeper into games. He's largely been capped at 6 innings. We've seen him go 7 once. That was in Arizona, and he was very efficient that night. Only threw 88 pitches in 7 innings in that game. He'd have been more efficient tonight if it weren't for those 2 out errors.
Yeah, it cost what, 12 extra pitches. I think it was exactly 12.
9 after the Siri error in the first, and 3 after the error by Guzman in the second.
So if he can get an out here in this pitch, a good chance to see him back out there for the 6th inning with his 81 pitches.
Angels bullpen has been worked a little bit this week, especially with no off day. So this would be the type of night where you'd ask your starter to go a little bit longer. They did last night with Clausen going 6.
I was really impressed by him yesterday. Clausen was real good.
0-2 here on Langford. He rolls one toward the left side. Grissom in front of Guzman. Double clutch, but still gets the out. Mike Trout leads off here in the bottom of the 5th. Another good night for Trout. 20 home runs on the year, plus 10 steals. First time he's done that in the season since 2019. It's the 9th time he's ever done it. Our Coors Light Cold Hard Facts with Trout at the top of another list. RBI single his last time.
So over the last couple days, he's been hitting in the cages. Is hearing that everyone keeps saying Trout is locked in. Well, a couple big hits with runners in scoring position last night. Already 2 hits today. He is locked in right now.
5 hits overall these last 2 games with 3 runs batted in. He's trying to up that RBI total a little bit. You see 20 home runs, but only 45 RBIs. That includes the 3 in these last 2 games. And some of these spots with runners in scoring position, he gets pitched around. has put the ball in play. He has not had a lot of success, but often he ends up on base.
Yeah.
With runners in scoring position, thanks to all the walks, a lot of intentional walks. So the on-base percentage is good, but you want to see Trout be that guy to drive in the runs, not just pass the baton to someone else.
And driving in runs, not via the home run, too. You love seeing those swings like he's had the last couple of days.
Poked one into right field his last time to bring home the second run of the game. He's behind that pitch. Curveball, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got away with that one there. That's exactly the spot with Trout. He hit a long way. There's a hanging curveball.
Montgomery's had good numbers in his career against the Angels. First time facing them out of the bullpen. Look at what Montgomery's done as a starter. 4-0 in 4 starts with a 2.59 ERA. Trout rips it past Duran into left field.
That was an absolute missile.
And Mike Trout now 3 for 3 today. Back-to-back 3-hit games.
That was 107 off the bat for Trout. Sinker in and down. Not a good spot to throw him.
Certainly not. Trout on base again, and the Angels with their leadoff man on here in the 5th inning. A 2-0 lead. As Nolan Shonowell bats, he has walked and flied out so far in this game. Fastball right in there from Montgomery. Montgomery, a big guy, 6'6". That nickname Gumby. He was at University of South Carolina.
That's all over the plate.
I don't know how that's one where you almost have to challenge it if you're the catcher, don't you?
Yeah.
You get not giving away challenges, but pretty blatant. There's a line drive and a base hit. So
no
first
challenge.
2 are on here, and Shonowell kept that count in his favor as he lines one through.
And he hit that one well too. 2 times on base today for Shonowell. He had a walk, now a base hit. This is where you got to add on here now.
Vaughn Grissom stands in here, reached on an error in the 3rd inning. Grissom over 300 for the season with runners in scoring position. Angels trying to win another series against the Rangers. They swept him here earlier this year. Whatever reason, Texas has not played well on the road inside the division. They're 5-14 in division road games. That's a strike. Grissom.
Yeah, this stretch. A good stretch.
Just stretch. Indeed. That was good advice. It would have been a lost challenge if Grissom followed through with it. Texas gain a half game on the Astros who didn't play today. Mariners played and they beat the Yankees 1-0. That ended a long losing streak for Seattle, 6 straight.
Well, amazing. Look, they're 8 games under 500.
Well, we talked about it the other day, the worst divisions. As Grissom takes ball 2. In 2005, the Padres won the National League West, going 82-80. And they had the worst run differential of all time for a division winner. It would have been possibly the 1994 Texas Rangers had that season finished. All three to Grissom. At the time of the strike at 94, Texas was in first place with a -84 run differential.
Hey, you can move that bottom team off there now.
There's a check swing, chip shot toward Foscue. Crow can't make the play. Everybody's safe and the bases are loaded.
Had a little odd spin on it. Sinker was well below the strike zone. It's a check swing. Playing cricket there.
It's another hit. The bases are loaded. That's 9 hits now for the Angels in this game.
It's almost a screen by the umpire.
Jordan Teagues, the pitching coach, out to the mound, and we'll find out what to eat at Jack in the Box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly-style bonus Jack combos and new Philly Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
So the bases are loaded, nobody out. The batter will be Ballesteros. By the way, at the time of the strike at 94, the Rangers in first place. Remember that the strike started yesterday on this date.
Him.
Yes.
I remember that one too well.
Yes, you were on the Royals.
Yes.
And they were only 4 games out of first.
Yeah, we had won, I think, I want to say like 12, 13 games in a row. Lost that last game before the strike.
64 and 51 for the Royals, who had been in the West until that year. That was the first year of the new divisions, the Central.
Cleveland in there and all their tremendous hitters.
The White Sox were actually in first. They had 67 wins. Cleveland had 66, and the Royals were in third with 64. You guys must have been beating up on the AL West. Texas was in first place at 52 and 62. They were 10 under in first place. Strike to Ballesteros. The Angels at the time of the strike in 94 were only 5.5 out of first, and they were 19 games under 500.
That was that year too. Montreal was incredible. They had some unbelievable players on that team. I remember 94.
They're the ones that felt most stolen from in that strike. The World Series canceled. 1 ball, 2 strikes now in Ballesteros. Ballesteros has been cranking the ball, but he has not had a lot of success in terms of base hits.
Trying to lift the ball at least deep enough in the outfield. Nimmo playing almost on the warning track. He'll get that job done if he gets it to him.
1-2. Stays alive. Ballesteros doesn't strike out a lot. He's not hit many big league home runs, but he does have a grand slam in his career. Still looking for his first home run as an Angel.
That's a good job fouling that one off. That's a pretty tough pitch.
Bases loaded, nobody out. 9 hits for the Angels, a 2-0 lead. They're trying to break it open. Ballesteros can't connect, and it's strike 3. Big out for Montgomery, 1 away.
That was a nasty curveball there. He threw a curveball 2 pitches before that. It was upstairs, gave him a shot at it. That one was the wipeout one.
Now Guzman, who had a base hit and a run scored in the 2nd inning. Angels had 5 hits in that inning before Jacob deGrom left the game. Not been told officially by the Rangers why exactly deGrom left. Oh, 2.
Just hoping for that mistake over the middle part of the plate here.
Rangers are calling it right triceps fatigue. That's the reason why DeGrom left the game.
Just going back to that one pitch to Adam Frazier, felt something was odd on that delivery. That still feels like that was a show pitch. Either he's going to throw that slow curveball now or his changeup.
Bouncer Montgomery off the mound is only played at first. He stumbled. It's safe.
Oh, the Halos have gotten a lot of breaks in this half inning.
Guzman beats it out. Trout scores. 3-0 Angels. Montgomery with a stumble before the throw helped Guzman get there.
I think he thought about going to home, and that's what it started. A little bit of a stumble. He has a play at the plate. The stumble.
After getting his feet under him, he didn't have time to throw anybody out. Base hit for Guzman, RBI. It's the second infield hit of the inning. It's 3-0 now, and ball one to Josh Lowe. Ripped to right, base hit. Shotwell scores. Grissom heads home. The Angels scoring here in the fifth. It's 5-0 on a 2-run base hit by Josh Lowe.
Another good swing for Josh Lowe, starting to put it together there. It's a rocket. 102 off the bat. 2-hit night for Josh Lowe. Sinker, middle of the plate, and he's on it. After a few breaks in this inning, a great swing.
So the Angels busted open here. 5 runs now on 11 hits. 5 hits in an inning twice in this game. Still more work to do with just 1 out. Jose Siri with a check swing bouncer. That could bring home another run. They get the out at second base as Guzman comes in. Well, these check swings have been working out. 6-0 now as the Angels score again.
Playing some cricket here in this game.
Grissom had that little chip shot base hit earlier in the inning. And now Siri on a bouncer that was the result of a 2/5 swing. Bringing home the 6th run of the game and the 4th of this inning.
It's good to see the Halos scoring some runs and not always with the home run. Although you'll take one right now.
Sure. Searching for that offensive identity, and well, some of those home run hitters are not here anymore. Or guys you expected to be home run hitters like Adele, even Taylor Ward dating back to last year, Soler, O'Hoppe. The Angels, who have relied in the past on the home runs, don't have the personnel really for that now. Takes more hits, takes more aggressiveness on the bases. The Angels have found their way home so far tonight. They have a 6-0 lead now. So roller up the middle and a base hit. Frazier has the hit. Siri motors to third. He's safe. Good job by Duran to save that ball, or would have scored the run. Frazier has his 2nd hit.
And again, aggressive base running for the Halos. You're talking about that identity. Another good swing from Adam Frazier. You go back to the 2nd inning, it's really his at bat. Really got this thing rolling for the Halos today. Another sinker hit hard. .11 singles. Along with 1 double.
Now Meckler, the 9th batter of the inning. Angels with 6 hits in this inning. They had 5 in the second, 12 in the game. Only the second time this season they've had this many hits this early in a game. The other was June 3rd against Colorado. A run support for Walbert Urania. Searching for his 8th win of the year tonight. Talked a lot about Detmers not being able to win games here at Angel Stadium. For Urania, this would be his 7th here at home.
Home sweet home. Motley Crue.
You say it's a win you pitch sometimes.
Yes, it is. It's always the case.
Frazier took off before that pitch was even thrown. He steals second base without anybody looking at him.
His first stolen base of the season. Grissom with his first. Now Frazier with his first.
Well, we saw a double steal the other night. We saw Trout steal another base yesterday. And 2 more steals today from guys who hadn't had one all year. 2 balls and a strike on Meckler. All 3 with Trout on deck.
I can imagine this will be the last batter for Montgomery.
Peterson backs up to play that. Montgomery has to hustle. Meckler is out on a close play.
Boy, he gets down the line extremely fast. Like Montgomery just got his foot down.
The Angels pushing buttons here in the bottom of the 5th. 6 hits, 4 runs. Would have been 2 more if Meckler had beaten that out. But a big inning, and the Angels have a 6-0 lead after 5 here at the Big A. A nice lead for Walbert Urania to work with. 6-0 as Corey Seager fouls off first pitch. Angels with 4 runs on 6 hits, all singles in the 5th inning. They've had 11 singles tonight. They've stolen 2 bases, all happening in the first 5 innings of this game. You won't believe the last time that happened here at Angel Stadium. You have to go all the way back to July 29th, 1998.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
The Angels were wearing their wings then. They had a game against the Yankees in which they had 11 singles and 2 stolen bases through 5 innings. Last time it happened anywhere was in Colorado in 2012. So the Angels have been busy on the bases tonight in ways that we don't usually see.
9-3-1 now. Rainey had a long time in between innings too. Although you'll take that as a starter, you'll take those runs.
No question. Urania trying to earn another win. It'll be his 8th of the year. Last Angel rookie to win that many games was Jaime Barria in 2018. Angels have their bullpen up now with Fermin going. I'm sure they won't let Urania go too far into a certain direction of number of pitches. And Seager's using them up here.
Take a look at our StatCast 3 powered by Google Cloud. How he has gotten his outs, 15 of them so far, 7 with his changeup, 4 with the sinker, 4 seamer and sweeper. A lot of those pitches in the strike zone today to get outs.
Ball 4 to Corey Seager, and it's a leadoff walk here in the 6th inning. Only the 2nd free pass issued by Urania tonight.
Yeah, you can see how upset he was on that one. Gifted by quite a bit on that 4-seamer.
Gifted a big lead here, so see him throw strikes and get through an inning here quickly.
There's Tim Levesque right there, right next to Kurt Suzuki.
Angels have to be pleased with the early returns after the change from the pitching coaches earlier in the week. We saw Ryan Johnson throw the ball well. The relievers have all looked good. And some of these guys that are brand new to the roster have pitched nicely.
He knows a lot of these guys. He saw them down Double-A also. Tell me today, Bremner, he really likes what he saw down there too with him.
The top 100 prospect list has been refurbished by MLB Pipeline, and Tyler Bremner's in the top 50 now, along with Arjun Nimala. The top 2 Angel prospects that are in the top 50 overall. 1 ball, 1 strike. So where suddenly the entire organization has shot up the rankings that Baseball America put out in the top half now as far as farm systems around baseball. Took 1 draft and 1 trade deadline.
Yes.
All 3 to Nimmo, and it seems like Ureña's getting near the end here.
Tell you what, just talking to a lot of Angel fans, just hearing that, reading that, it's a lot of hope now. There's a lot to do, a lot to get going in the right direction. But that's a start.
Swing and a miss, 3-2.
Well, he tied him up on that fastball, and you can see an uncomfortable swing. Nimmo doesn't happen too often, especially in his second half.
Full counts happen to him a lot. He's another guy who gets to 3-2 quite a bit. He punches 1 foul here. Still 3-2 on Nimmo. 95 pitches for Ureña. So
it's his last batter here. This is either way.
Seems like a couple of long at bats from Seager and Nimmo to start this inning.
Went sinker and then 4-seam fastball. Uses the whole field so well, Nimmo, though. If he try that changeup now, see if he can get him out in front, roll it over to Frazier.
It's right to Shotwell instead. Steps on first, throw to second, tag on Seager, double play. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, he got that changeup, he rolled it over, but Shotwell instead. Nice play by Shotwell in that one.
You're only about 50 feet off.
Yeah, that was close. It's a thought that counts.
It's 2 for the price of 1. As Ernie Harwell used to say, 2 out, nobody on here in the 6th inning. Ezekiel Duran swings over the top of that.
100. He went to Benjamin there.
Well, now that he got the 2 outs, you can let him face another batter. See if he can make it through 6 full innings here. Which he has done a number of times. If he can get 1 more out, this would be his 10th quality start of the season out of the 20 overall starts that he's had.
8 outs via the ground ball today.
Fly ball, left center, hit pretty well. Trout's after it, near the wall. Trout all the way back, makes the catch, and Walmart Ureña gets through 6 scoreless against the Rangers tonight. Angels baseball on ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Ureña 6 shutout innings against the Rangers now for the year. He's only allowed 1 run in 15 innings of work.
Incredible. You know, even when there's a couple plays that not made early, it cost him 12 extra pitches. He still went out there and performed. And again, getting locked up, although DeGrom only went 2 innings, still locked up against him today.
In line for the victory would be his 7th at home and his 8th overall. As the Rangers go back to their bullpen, like Trout gets brushed back by Ben Peoples, the new pitcher for the Rangers. Montgomery goes just 2 innings, got nickeled and dimed in the bottom of the 5th with 4 runs on 6 hits. Swing and a miss by Trout, who has 3 hits tonight. He had 3 hits yesterday as well.
Last one was what, 107 off the bat. It was a rocket.
This time Trout has had back-to-back 3-hit games since 2018. So many notes here on Urania. I can
Start a book.
I could read you a book here right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Trout.
It is Walby World.
I did drop one, so I'm down a page, but Urania's on pace for the lowest OPS allowed here at Angel Stadium by any Angel starter since Nolan Ryan in 1979.
That's pretty good company.
Trout is out for the first time today, 1 away here in the 6th. Score big on Authentic Gear, MLBshop.com. Official jerseys and memorabilia, hats and hoodies. We have the season covered, MLBshop.com/Angels, the official source for your Angel gear. Urania now has the 2nd lowest OPS in home starts this year, only behind the Miz,
who he beat here at the beginning.
He's had 9 games this year at home, going at least 5 innings with 1 or no runs allowed, including tonight. 4th most by an Angels pitcher ever. This says Dean Chance in his Cy Young year, 1964.
Oh, Dean Chance, way to go.
He had 13. Nolan Ryan at 12 in 1972. Jared Weaver had 10 in 2011.
The weave.
And now Urania has 9. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Shawanoa. So that's it. I have a couple others, but those are the
Well, thank you for all those
ones that I chose to be the most interesting.
Looking forward to the Cliff Notes.
I just gave you the Cliff Notes. You're on your own for the quiz tomorrow, even though it's your birthday. We're only a few hours from your birthday.
What?
2 balls, 2 strikes on Nolan Shawanoa. What are you in vampire years now, anyway?
I think 272.
Yeah.
Yes.
How was that tea party anyway? 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's just off the corner, ball 4. So Shawanoa's on base again.
3 times on base, couple walks today.
Single and a run scored in the 5th inning as the Angels scored 2 in the 2nd, 4 in the 5th. Opened up a 6-0 lead here. They have 12 hits to the Rangers, 2, and for Texas, this has to be viewed as a disappointing series for them. They came in after having a pretty good week. Did well at home against the Giants and the Orioles, and they come here trying to catch the Astros for first place, and they'll be in striking distance regardless of tonight. But 3 straight losses to this Angels ball club could not have been where the Rangers thought they'd be after this series was over if the Angels do hold on tonight.
Struggles on the road.
Up the middle from Grissom, fielded by Foscue. Flipped to second for 1, and Lopez with a good turn to get the double play. UC Irvine night, the next college night, the Big A tomorrow, featuring all new customized jerseys. Bring your group, family, friends, fellow students, anyone who can sing happy birthday to Gooby. Angels.com/college to see when we're celebrating your school and get your special jersey by purchasing through Angels.com/college. UC Irvine locked and loaded for tomorrow.
Yes.
Jose Fermin on the mound here in the 7th. Evan Carter leads off, takes ball 1.
Again, tremendous job by Walter Rainey.
6 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, no runs. His ERA in his rookie year now 2.68. He's closed the gap with Parker Messick of the Guardians, who has the lowest ERA among major league rookies. Messick at 2.59. He pitched earlier today, gave up a couple of runs and a loss to the Tigers.
Look at the Tigers right now, how close they are. They're in the wild card spot now.
Well, they would be if the Rangers end up losing this game. So the Tigers are cheering on the Halos, to be sure. And they'll play the White Sox this weekend, the team they're trying to track down in the AL Central. Detroit 2.5 back. They'll be home against the White Sox. They just put Riley Green on the IL this week. Something off with Fermin here. 3-0 the count as our Hyundai 7th inning stretch is due up soon. Last time a team pitched a shutout with no strikeouts was 2014. Rick Porcello threw a 4-hit shutout against the A's in a game where he didn't strike anybody out.
Kenley Jansen got the save and no punch outs in that 9th inning. I was pulling for that no strikeout game there for the Detroit Tigers.
No strikeout shutout for the Tigers today. So Detroit 15 games over 500 since June 1st. Still playing well even after they traded Skubal and Mize. And Green not with them. Somehow they're still getting it done. Here's Carter with a fly ball to shallow center. And it's Frazier who goes out to get it 1 away. Walbert Arania sure got it done tonight.
Oh, he did. I mean, his fastball had some serious run to it. Didn't really rely as much on his changeup. I thought his fastball was his go-to pitch throughout. He threw some good changeups, mixing a couple of sweepers here and there, but his fastball was the difference maker for him. That run he had. Levesque lucky that little hug there for Walbert Arania.
Tim Levesque.
Yes. Pride of Crespi High School in the Valley. That hurts me to say that, though, believe me.
Well, it'll all be fine,
yes.
Especially if these guys keep pitching the way they have been since Tim Levesque's arrival the other day. It's the 3rd straight game. Swing and a miss by Nicky Lopez. No balls, 2 strikes.
Bounce back for me after falling behind 3-0. Then a little bit of a discussion at the mound, and then boom, got it out.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fermin with that drop down slider.
Yeah, sometimes that's a conventional break on it. Sometimes it drops like a splitter. It's unbelievable how much this slider drops from this angle. Starts there, about thigh high, ends up in the dirt.
2 outs, and Austin Wynns will be the batter.
Let's see how this bullpen is kind of shaping out. I think it's the perfect spot here for me. In that 7th inning, you got Ben Joyce and Sammy Natera Jr. flipping back and forth to that 8th and 9th inning.
Wynns with a strikeout. They reached out an error earlier. Only 2 hits for Texas in this game. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. And Natera had a save on Tuesday night. Saw Joyce get his first save yesterday.
But that 103 you threw in there. Good sliders, too.
Kurt Suzuki said it's pretty nice having Ben Joyce at the end of the game.
Doesn't hurt.
Here's a soft bouncer. Grissom with an aggressive charge. Could not barehand it. I don't think he needed to do all that with Austin Wynns running. He probably had time to field that with his glove and just fire it over there.
Yeah, you see he was frustrated on this one too. He didn't realize he had some time, especially in this hop right here, to get in front of it and use quick on the transfer to have a shot at him at first base.
That'll be an infield hit to prolong this inning as the Angels lead 6-0. And now the number 9 batter Foscue stands in. He's flied out twice today.
He's hit the ball hard twice though, really.
It's a strike.
Ooh, that's challengeable. That is the marvelous one behind the plate though. You don't want to do that too often.
Marvin Hudson calling balls and strikes today. 0-2 now on Foscue. So to the backstop through the glove of Ballesteros there. As Wins goes to second base. That should be a passed ball.
Yeah, I think he was trying to frame that on the outside part of the plate. Just try to keep the glove there, bring it back in.
Appreciate the possible framework there, but got to catch it first before he could frame it. A man in scoring position with 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to short. Denzer Guzman plays that over, and that retires the side. Still 6-0 as the Angels are in control here tonight. Brings us to our Hyundai 7th inning stretch. So we take you to the corn, and look who's coming out of the corn. Hall of Famers led by Mike Schmidt. The Phillies playing the Twins. There's Cal Ripken.
Larry Walker.
How about cell phones in the corn?
I know.
And Joe Torre with Fergie Jenkins.
Oh, Fergie. CeCe. Look at Tony Perez. That's awesome to see that.
Tony La Russa back there as well. Look at Raleigh back there with the green jersey.
Yes.
Some of the great
Hoffman
closers.
still has some great flow.
Kyle Schwarber provided all the punch into the cornfields in Dyersville, Iowa today.
Well, there's a lot of corn out there in there.
There is a lot of corn in Iowa. They say there is more than corn there, but I don't know. Luke Keeschel hit this one over, and the Phillies were all over the Twins 7-1 in Iowa tonight. Here in Southern California, it's been all Angels. Walmart Arena, 6 scoreless innings, and a lot of hits tonight from the Halos.
And beating Jacob deGrom, even though he left early in the game, some good swings against him. But Arena is a story. Mike Trout swinging the bat very, very well with 3 hits again here tonight. A couple more, got another RBI in there, so good to see that.
Angels trying to win their 3rd in a row. Just need 6 more outs to get there with a 6-run lead.
Powered by Google Cloud. The hits spray all around. 11 singles, 1 double. Using the entire field. Some contact made. Some even in the infield, but using the entire field. When you're facing a game, especially even though it was only early, it was in and out for deGrom, you got to make some contact. And Halos did that throughout. Bunches of hits together and some big crooked numbers. He had a crooked number in the 2nd and a bigger crooked number in the 5th.
Angels with 2 different innings tonight, getting at least 5 hits. As Ballesteros looks at a strike. Last time they did that in a home game was May 10th, 2022 against the Rays. I think that was Reed Detmer's no-hitter night, wasn't it? Sounds right.
Sounds right.
Balls 2 strikes here on Ballesteros. 0 for 3. New pitcher Cole Winn in the game for Texas. Rangers pitching all messed up with deGrom only going 2 innings today. They called it triceps fatigue.
That's always concerning. Anytime it's the throwing one.
That was the no-hitter for Detmers that night. Rangers will head to Sacramento after this game. Angels will stay home to play the Kansas City Royals. It's a good matchup for your birthday. The scheduled majors had that in mind.
They had a tough time up at Dodger Stadium. They got swept there.
Grayson Rodriguez against Seth Lugo tomorrow night.
You have about 1,000 different pitches.
See Reed Detmers and Randy Dobnak on Saturday night. Day game Sunday. Ground ball and a base hit. Ballesteros gets one through. Leadoff man on here in the 7th. Let's go down to Ken French.
Yeah, Wayne, thank you very much. We saw a couple stolen bases here tonight, and that's certainly been a common theme over the last couple of days and the last couple of wins for the Halos, as we saw a double steal 2 nights ago, part of a 3-1 third, and then last night in the 6th, there was a safety squeeze, part of a 3-run 6th inning, and I talked to manager Kurt Suzuki about that very thing and the execution of those plays. He said that's something they've actually been working on, putting more pressure on the opposition, especially when they don't have as much pop in the lineup. And I asked him, moving forward, as we see a single here to right field. And how about taking the extra base? That's what we're talking about. The extra hustle on the base, even Ballesteros going first to third. So that's something they've been working on, and I asked him if we can see this moving forward with this club. He said, obviously, it's situational, but we're not going to be afraid to be aggressive when the time comes, and we're seeing that here tonight, guys.
And I think that's a good formula. You look at the teams that have been successful this season, whether it's the Rays, the Brewers. When you put a lot of pressure on a defense with guys in motion, you got a chance to get some hits. And it also, you see a couple of infield hits today. Because you're running well, teams will make some mistakes in the field against you.
It's 14 hits now with 2 in this inning. And Denzer Guzman, his 3rd hit of the night. He and Trout both with 3 hit games. Josh Lowe has 2 hits, a double and a 2-run single. The only Angel in the starting lineup without a hit is Jose Siri. He does have an RBI in this game, and he's on deck. No balls and a strike on Lowe.
It's a pretty good splitter by Wynn.
Runners on the corners to start the inning. Back-to-back hits from Ballesteros and Guzman. Wynn blows that 97 past Lowe for strike 3.
Oh, splittered and fastball like that.
1 out. We'll take a ride with Kia. Here's Jose Siri again, the only Angel without a hit tonight. Trying to change that. He floats one to shallow right. It's falling. It's a base hit. Play at second base.
Close.
As Guzman is safe. Ballesteros scores, and Siri does get that hit officially to make it 7-0.
Looking in there, but I think he did get the foot in there. So now he's on the board.
All 9 Angels with base hits now that Siri drops this one in front of Nimmo.
And another single.
Close play there at second. As Guzman had to wait to see if that was going to drop. 14 singles out of the 15 overall hits for the Angels tonight. It's a season high in singles, and here's Frazier, who has 2 of them.
So that at bat he had in the second inning really turned this game into where we're seeing it right now. That was just great at bat against DeGrom.
That's when we noticed DeGrom not feeling right after he threw that one pitch to Frazier and reacted to the back of the mound. DeGrom would allow a couple more hits after Frazier's in that second inning. 5 hits total as he left the game after the second was over. Angels with a big lead now, trying to win their 3rd straight game against the Rangers. Take a look at this busy box score now that everybody has a hit.
Love seeing that balance, don't you?
There's one thing too we noticed about the lineup coming into today is that there was an incredible amount of balance. It is left, right, all the way down through the order. Swing and a miss by Frazier.
It was odd not seeing Neto in the lineup, consider what the success he had against Jacob DeGrom. 2 home runs and a couple doubles in his career.
The Angels Rangers ended up not needing Neto's services tonight to put up 7 runs on 15 hits. Where there is no spot in the order except 9 going up back to 1. Where the same-handed hitter is up twice in a row. Left, right, 1 through 8. And Frazier left batting 9th. 4 goes back to the top of the order with Meckler hitting in the number 1 spot. Meckler has a hit tonight. And it's 0-2.
It's a good splitter again for Wynn.
Ball 2 strikes now on Meckler. Rangers will have that series with the A's this weekend. The Astros at home against the Mariners this weekend. They don't play each other again, the Rangers and Astros.
That's wild.
It's hard to believe.
Battle for the boot, don't they, in that series?
I know, it's already been had, I guess. Rangers don't play any division games after September 10th. Rangers were swept in Houston the last time they played each other. There's ball 4, so Trout's going to bat here with the bases loaded. The Astros have the tiebreaker after winning the season series against the Rangers.
Got a chance for a 4-hit game here.
So 3 hits in each of the last 2 games. Here comes Jordan Teagues out to whisper to Wynn to not give up a grand slam here.
That guy's pretty good at the plate. Back-to-back games for 3 hits for Trout. Loving that swing going the other way. RBI there against DeGrom, and then a rocket over 107 to left. Chance add on those RBIs right now, Wayne.
Trout with RBI number 45 back in the 2nd inning is 1 RBI and a 1-run score tonight. Now 1 ball, no strikes. Cole wins 6 grand slams for Trout in his career. His 424 career home runs.
And a ton of home runs against the Rangers. 49 of them.
Hits this ball well to left, but shallow, and it's Langford putting it away. Angels baseball on ABTV, brought to you by Big Noise Lager, ice cold crushable. Light the fuse, kaboom. By Farmers Insurance, get a quote at farmers.com. And by the OC Healthcare Agency, your mental wellness resource. Walbert Arania, an outstanding job tonight. Angels have shut out the Rangers so far. It's 7-0 as we get to the 8th inning, and Taylor Saucedo on the mound, facing a pinch hitter Cam Cauley, who looks at a strike. Cauley in for Jock Peterson. He's done for the night.
Backdoor slider from Saucedo. Getting that feel back for that slider.
Fly ball to right center should be easy for Trout or Lowe, and it's Josh Lowe making the catch, 1 out. Well, what did you have to wrangle at the league office to get an Angels-Royals game on your birthday.
I have no idea that one.
Phyllis nodded. She's retired.
Yes, that would help.
One out as Wyatt Langford bats. Well, you pitched one time on your birthday. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know it. It's something I probably didn't try to remember.
It was a base hit for Langford with one out. Angels games all year long on ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Royals this weekend. A trip to Texas, a week-long trip. 3 in Houston and 3 in Arlington. Finishing up the season series with both of those teams, the Astros and the Rangers.
Trent Rush's birthday is today.
Is that right?
Yes.
I didn't know you guys were so close to being birthday buds there.
Dallas Braden's birthday today too.
Well, Trent will be in here tomorrow, so you guys can bellow happy birthday to each other.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect.
Elias Diaz looks at strike one, batting. A lot of August birthdays around this crew. Mark Langston next week. Tim Salmon in about a week and a half. So this is it. What is it? Leo season? Is that right?
Not sure they fall under Leo though.
Oh, they don't. Diaz with a fly ball to left.
Close, but no cigar.
What are they then? You're Mr. Astrologist.
He's the two hands outfielder down. Trout was in that Leo group. Two hands again.
Yeah, Leo season ends August 22nd, I guess, so Langston would qualify, but Salmon would not. He's a Virgo. So this is your astrology report.
Yes, thank you for that one.
As batter here is Kelnick in place of Nimmo.
My daughter loves to do that one. My youngest one. She's big on that stuff.
The astrology?
Yes. She's big on. She's a Sagittarius, so she believes in traveling. So she's always traveling somewhere.
Well, that's a nice thing. You could just conveniently say that it's something that belongs to you from an astrology standpoint, and then just take off.
Yes, let's go.
Dad's paying for it anyway. Who cares? 1 ball, 1 strike. Where does that fall in on the astrology side?
Not a good thing.
Your birthday, you pitched it on your rookie year against the Red Sox. The only time. How come you never pitched on your birthday any other year?
That is a good question. I'm surprised all those years. I mean, usually if I get through April, every day was a good day.
Ground ball. Guzman diving stop. Does he have a play? Nowhere to throw it. Kelnick beats it out. Good job by Guzman to get there.
It looked like it maybe the only shot he would have is a force out at second, but no chance though.
2 hits in the inning now and 2 outs. The batter will be Duran.
Play low.
No chance either base. Al Nipper beat you that night.
Might have gotten him another time or two though.
I'm sure.
Yes. Good dude though.
Red Sox won 8-2 that night in Kansas City. Bill Buckner had 4 hits.
I reminded him of that when we became teammates later on down the road. I'll tell you what, you look at his numbers, he's not that far away from being a Hall of Famer, Bill Buckner.
He's not far from 3,000 hits.
Yes.
Finished with over 2,700. Fly ball to left center from Durant. Should in the inning if Siri puts the squeeze on this. He does. Coming back. Join us at the Big A this Saturday, August 15th. It's a Kiss-themed fireworks show, and our special guests, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, will be here from Kiss.
Yes.
Driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers, angels.com/promotions.
Beth, I hear you calling.
Well, they rocked and rolled all night from what I understand.
Well, 50 years ago.
Is that how long it was?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they had the concert here at Angel Stadium. That's right.
Yes.
And this is the 50th anniversary of that concert from Kiss.
I believe you were part of that Kiss Army back in the day, Wayne, walking around.
I'm a little young for that. Maybe you were there. Cauley at second base, Foscue at first with defensive changes, and Kelnick in right field. Shonwell just ripped one into the Ranger dugout. They didn't really help him on that pop-up in there the other day, last night.
No, he remembers.
Now he swung one in there.
I can't believe Freddie Freeman played today. How hard he fell in the dugout last night at Dodger Stadium. It's incredible.
This absolutely took a huge spill into the Dodger dugout, into the visiting dugout at Dodger Stadium, and walked out of it and good to go today. It's looked scary. I guess it just wasn't as bad as it looked. 1 ball 2 strikes as Shonwell takes ball 2 from Tyler Alexander. Dodgers trying to put away the Brewers tonight. Milwaukee has closed it to 4-3 in the top of the 9th inning. Brewers have the tying run on base. Tying run on third, as a matter of fact, against Edwin Diaz. That one not quite done. Shonwell lifts one to right. This is for Kelnick. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Kiss Army. Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley will be here.
Yes.
That'll be fun. That'll be this Saturday.
Yes. You'll be back.
I will be back for that. I'm going to leave you on your birthday, though. You and Trent can have your
That's how you roll,
birthday
Wayne.
bash. You can sing happy birthday to each other.
I expect a text at some point from you then, at least.
I just showed Trent on the video board celebrating his birthday. Thought he was going to do a Wade Boggs and take a lap around the stadium.
You thought about it.
No doubt. Is that a picture of Wade Boggs? I think it was a
Yes.
I think it was a real picture.
Man. He's eating all that chicken all those years has worked out for him.
I guess so. Guy's jacked. He's like 70. 1 ball 2 strikes on Grissom. Well, Brewers tied it, base hit by Garrett Mitchell.
He has again another blown save.
His ERA is over 10. Uh, 11 now. 1 ball 2 strikes on Grissom, but a base hit and a run scored in the 5th inning. That's upstairs.
Well, he gives a good battle at the plate, though. Congress. Happy fan.
Caught it off the carom. I want to make sure that's noted. Two out for the third. Duran will chuck it across. 2 outs. Moises Ballesteros will bat, base hit and a run scored his last time. Seems like he's facing a lefty every single time he bats. Mo Baller.
There's a solid job behind the plate today, too.
Angels with 15 hits tonight. 3 apiece from Trout and Guzman. For Denzer Guzman, his first career 3-hit game. For Mike Trout, his 123rd career 3-hit game.
That's pretty amazing.
All the hit singles except for Josh Lowe at a double in the 2nd. Angels have been aggressive on the base paths. And Ballesteros going first to third. And a base hit in the 7th. All is well for the Angels over these last 3 games here.
Wow, that's a good play.
That's a good catch by a fan. And a Mookie Betts jersey. He's a little lost today, but he did make that catch. Well, everybody's lost. That was his play.
Right, real good play.
Little looper to the left side. Duran will get to that. And we'll head to the 9th in a 7-0 Angel lead.
Goes up 7-0, top of the 9th. Let's go back to Hyundai Key for the game today. Never enough. Well, you know what? Let's keep adding on. Halos. 7 runs today on this pounding the baseball with 15. It's Trouty. 3-hit game himself. Guzman 3-hit game. Big at bats for Adam Frazier, Josh Lowe. You name it, they done it. All 9 swinging the bat today for the Halos. Never enough. They'll take it.
We see the return of Sammy Peralta to the Major League roster here in the top of the 9th. He's on the Angels at the end of last season, pitched in a handful of games. Into a couple ball games for the Rockies this year. He's bounced around throughout his career, and he will try to get the last 3 outs. A 7-0 lead. Albert Urania in line for his 8th win, the most by an Angels rookie in 8 years. It'll be his 7th here at home, where he has dominated and is only allowed 1 run now in 3 starts against the Rangers this year. Evan Carter leads off here in the top of the 9th inning. Here's strike 1 from Peralta. There's strike 2.
A good sweeper.
Swing and miss.
Nasty.
Makes short work of Carter. 1 out.
Slider and sweeper combo.
Is Nicky Lopez. He slashes one foul, a base hit earlier. Texas with 5 hits today. The Angels have 15. The Angels in this game taking 18 at bats with runners in scoring position today, putting up 6 hits. So things have improved greatly in that category as this series has gone along. The Angels really these last 3 games, this is about as tightly played of a stretch of ball games as we've seen from this team in some time, even though it's only been just 3. As Lopez cracks a ground ball, Frazier gets in front of it. 2 up, 2 down here in the 9th.
This is some really solid performances last 3 games here now for the Halos.
Their first 3-game win streak since the homestand right after the All-Star break, July 19th through the 21st. Against the Tigers and the Cardinals. The Angels have not won 4 in a row since June 9th through the 13th against the Astros and the Rays. They can try to do that against the Royals tomorrow. We'll have our Angels Live postgame show presented by Kia coming up momentarily. It's a strike to Austin Wynns. Brewers went ahead of the Dodgers in that 9th inning now. 3 runs in the top of the 9th. Jake Bauers had the go-ahead hit.
Team just makes a lot of contact, puts a lot of pressure on you. Just like the Halos did tonight.
The ball's 2 strikes on Austin Wynns. Fouls that one back. Angels trying for their 9th shutout of the year. And there it is. Say goodnight to the Rangers. The Angels need to wait to make sure this is strike 3 on a challenge.
I'm going to say pretty confidently that's a strike.
Well, we already said goodnight, so that's that. 7-0 the final score.
Wow, this is a well-pitched game again for the Halos. A shutout for them tonight against the Texas Rangers. Win the series 3-1. Impressive. Just a balanced Trout. 3 hits. Guzman 3 hits, and a hug there from Shauna. Wow.
The Angels now 6-1 at home this year against the Rangers.
Pretty impressive too. Another shutout. There was 5 shutouts in Major League Baseball tonight. 5.
The Angels get their 5th shutout at home this year. Only team they've shut out more over the years, the A's, than the Rangers. Walbert Urania, our Toyota player of the game, 6 brilliant innings.
Incredible what he has done his rookie season, locked up against the very best in baseball, and he dominated again today. Just 2 hits allowed, 2 walks. 1.79 his last 7 starts. That good for Walby's world.
It was all about Walby tonight. He did his job and the hitters did theirs. 15 hits in this game. A lot of singles, a lot of pressure on the defense tonight. And it all worked out for the Angels to master the Texas Rangers here in a 7-0 ball game at the Big A.
Love the contact, love the base running, and love the pitching again.
And it all leads to 3 straight wins with the Royals in town this weekend. Angels have some redemption on their mind. They're getting swept in Kansas City earlier this year. See if they can keep this good play rolling with the Royals in town next. Josh Lowe had a good night at the plate. He's standing by with Ken French.
Yeah, Wayne, thank you very much. Josh, 15 hit attack. You had a couple of those hits and a couple RBIs, but I want you to take me back to that 2nd inning when you guys put up 5 hits against Jacob deGrom. The first time he's given up 5 hits in an inning in 9 years. What was the approach to getting to deGrom here tonight?
That's a really impressive stat, you know, the kind of pitcher that he is. I think everybody tonight just was focused on doing their job and getting a good pitch and not trying to do too much. We've got a good lineup and just pass it on to the next guy, and that's what we're able to do right there.
Describe the way this team has been playing baseball over this 3-game winning streak, because it seems like there's a different aggressiveness at the plate and on the base paths that we really haven't seen in a while.
This was a great series, and playing against a good team, a team that's in the hunt. Just kind of goes to show that, you know, we can come up and play with anybody. It doesn't matter. That's the kind of baseball that we want to play, and we were able to do it this series.
And finally, what it's like playing behind and watching Walbert Urania do what he does, 6 shutout innings here tonight.
Incredible. Felt like we only needed 1. It's kind of felt that way every time he's taken the mound recently. Incredible young talent. I'm excited to watch his career blossom, and he's a really good pitcher.
Appreciate you doing this. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Wayne, send it back to you.
The Halos will have it shine brightly tonight after a 7-0 win.
This is a great performance all the way around by the Halos tonight.
Angels take 3 in a row against the Rangers. The Royals in town next. We'll be back to wrap it up.